the Drake Relays, Downtown Construction Survey, and Raising Cane's. What's up, Des Moines? Happy Monday. I'm Rob Newton, bringing you the Des Moines podcast to let you know what's happening across the metro, bringing you some current events, things that happen in the community, also letting you know about events, fun things to do around the metro as well as I find them. A reminder to give this podcast a rating if you're listening on the Apple Podcast or Spotify or any app that does ratings. I appreciate you giving a 5-star rating. Also appreciate word of mouth. Share today's episode with a friend so they can know what's going on around town as well. Trying to grow this community. I appreciate your help. Of course, follow on social media. You can follow me on pretty much anything at I'm Rob Newton. And of course, you can follow What's Up Des Moines on Instagram and Facebook at What's Up DSM. And especially on the Facebook page, anything I find that I talk about, because I'm doing research and looking for different events and things that are happening all around the Des Moines Metro, I share those events and things I talk about on the podcast on that Facebook page. Pretty much the same thing with Instagram as well, but I'm taking pictures and videos of things that I've seen or things that I have been doing. Like last night, I had some delicious pizza, and for breakfast, I got to have some delicious maple syrup made right here downtown, thanks to the Woodland Realm, and got to go to Mars Cafe yesterday morning. And yeah, the pancakes were delicious. There's sourdough pancakes and acorn flour pancakes. Those were really good. Just a thought for anyone who might be gluten-free. I'm not. My wife does try not to eat things that have gluten in them. But man, acorn flour is gluten-free. And these pancakes were delicious. And the maple syrup, that's really why I went. And I got myself a jar. I should have brought it into the studio here. Dang it. Anyway, you can see it on the Instagram, though. I have pictures of the pancakes, pictures of the maple syrup, and the Woodland Realm has a couple more spots that are events that are coming up in the near future. So if you'd like to get some maple syrup, you're like me, you like pancakes, you like waffles, you like to make them, have some good maple syrup, this is the maple syrup to get. And it's locally made, and the Woodland Realm's always doing cool things like that and has a lot of good locally resourced foods. So anyway, check that out at What's Up DSM on Instagram. All right, shall we get into some local news? So this is the week for the Drake Relays. They begin on Friday. Technically, there's a bunch of different kinds of races. And yeah, the Drake road races, actually, one of the oldest community road races in Iowa, has sold out in the half marathon and 10K distance for the 55th edition of the event. So what is this? The Drake Relays, if you don't know, is a very significant thing to happen in Des Moines, and it's very exciting. A lot of runners, anywhere from high school kids, college, to people that are wanting to go to the Olympics, they run in these races. They go to the Knapp Center and run the Blue Ring and have a good time. And this article, I'm reading from the article from the Drake Relays. So I have the link in the description of today's episode, today's podcast episode. If you'd like to read on, I'm only reading some snippets from it, but nearly 3,000 runners are anticipated to take to the streets of Des Moines on Sunday, April 23rd in this sold-out event. With less than 60 spots remaining in the 5K, an impending sellout in all three distances would mark another historic milestone for the Drake Road Races, further solidifying its reputation as a destination for runners and fitness enthusiasts alike. If you'd like to learn more, again, I have the whole article on here, and there are some spots open for different races, and there's also the Relays Health and Fitness Expo hosted by Catch Des Moines. Athletes competing in the Drake races and the Grand Blue Mile presented by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield will receive their race day essentials. The event will be held in the Knapp Center on Saturday, April 22nd from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the Knapp Center on the campus of Drake University. Again, read the whole article. There's a ton more in there. It's a lot of fun. If you're a runner and you like to support local runners and people coming from all over the place for the Drake Relays, and when you're wondering why there are a lot of people running this weekend, well, it's because the Drake relays have begun. And it doesn't matter that come Friday it should be raining. I don't know about the weekend, but looking at the National Weather Service, yes, today's a cold, breezy day, but at least it's not as cold as yesterday. Going to be in the about low 60s today. Tomorrow, mid 60s, going to get warmer on Wednesday, but it's going to be raining apparently. It's going to be about 75 degrees and raining. And through Thursday, possibly. But yeah, then back into the 50s. So we're not seeing the 80s yet. Hopefully that comes back by the weekend. I'll let you know as the week goes on. That's thanks to the National Weather Service, Des Moines. So, despite the fact that there will be a lot of people running because of the Drake relays, traffic's going to be interesting this weekend. And that kind of begs a question that the city has, could the roads downtown, the streets, the lights, how many lanes are in parts of downtown Des Moines, could that be fixed? Could it be better so that it flows better when we have like 100 different events every single weekend during the summer? And so really, Des Moines is looking for your opinion right now. Specifically, Des Moines City Engineering Department is seeking the public's input for its conversion of Grand Avenue and Locust Street from a one-way street into a two-way lane street, which it's talking about one side of the road. So, on those particular roads, it's only one lane for each side. And they are thinking about doing that from 15th Street all the way to the Des Moines River. So that's a significant part of downtown, and where there's a lot of events in that area, looking at the map, of course. So, anywhere from by Papa John's Sculpture Park, right before, going past Wells Fargo Arena, and a lot of really cool places to eat, the Iowa Events Center, and up till you get towards East Village, the river, right before you get towards East Village, if I'm looking at the map right. And so that part on Locust and Grand between the river and 15th Street, could it be improved? Or do you think that, there could be different ways to make the roads better? I have the link for the city's survey. They'd love to hear from you. Check it out. There's all kinds of questions like, is it difficult to turn left at this location? Pedestrians commonly cross the road at this unmarked location. Is that an issue? Some people say, I like how this area is currently constructed. Don't touch it. And so that's your opinion. Check it out. You'll see more details in this survey. So again, that is in the show notes of today's podcast. Now, moving on, the Johnston Police Department, and I'm sure others are, but right now Johnston's the one that is announcing this. They do this every year. The Johnston Police Department is taking part in the DEA's Drug Take Back Day on April 22nd. That means, if you have a bunch of prescription drugs in your house and they're expired, a bunch of, bottles full of pills or whatever, and you don't want to just throw it away because you never know who might grab it. And they ask this whole DEA thing, and not technically prescription pills that are expired that you want to get rid of. This is like a don't ask, don't tell kind of thing. It's just go to the police department. There's this canister there. You can throw all that stuff in there, and they will dispose of it properly. Usually, the Waukee City Department also participates in this DEA drug take back thing. A lot of the other police departments do as well, and I haven't seen the announcements yet, but I'm sure that plenty of the police departments will, and you'll see they'll have stuff on the police department like office glass doors if they are doing it, and you'll see the canister. And so they don't ask, you can go dispose of all these, whatever drugs are in your house that you don't want there anymore. You can dispose of it properly, or they will do that for you. Get the details. Again, that is in the description of the show notes. Also in Johnston, construction for a new Raising Cane's has begun, but really it's begun with the demolition of another fast food restaurant that was there. This is on Birchwood Court, the old Burger King. And so the city says that, the company that wants that spot and is doing that demolition has begun. So the Burger King will no longer be there. Pretty soon it's going to just be a dirt lot. And then Raising Cane's will be raised, or should I say Cane's will be raised. And yeah, another Raising Cane's in the Des Moines metro area on Birchwood Court this time. I didn't see when they plan to have this thing open, but I'm guessing if they're just starting construction now, probably by this time next year, you're going to have a Raising Cane's there, which means there's going to be traffic in that area. Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A, those are the two major fast food restaurants in this area that seem to have a line going down the street all the time. Chicken sandwiches are good. I like Chick-fil-A. Honestly, I haven't been to Raising Cane's yet because as far as I can tell, when people talk about it, it's just chicken strips and some fries and I guess Texas toast. That's not really my thing. I don't really like chicken breasts all much. I like Chick-fil-A every once in a while. I like their spicy deluxe chicken sandwich, but I think it's more about the spiciness of the chicken sandwich rather than is the chicken sandwich itself. So there are other chicken restaurants out there that I think are better. I'm not going to get into that debate though. So not a big chicken sandwich. Chick-fil-A is good. I'm just saying. I I have really no opinion of Raising Cane's because I haven't bothered to eat there yet. So now if you are living in Altoona, or you're going to be going over there, especially as it warms up, of course, we got the big park there, entertainment park, and my brain is making it to where I cannot remember the name of the amusement park in Altoona. That is ridiculous. You know why? It's because I have not been there. I mean, I grew up going to Six Flags Magic Mountain and Disneyland. That's where and Knott's Berry Farm in Southern California. I lived near all of those, or, a couple hours between. So I don't know. When I came to Des Moines, I just haven't had a chance to. Adventureland, of course, right? Adventureland? That makes sense. Why I couldn't think of that, again, it's probably because I haven't been there. But hey, I'm not trying to judge Adventureland. I don't have friends that seem to want to go. That looks like it's got a bunch of cool roller coasters and some new ones happening this year. But anyway, I'm sure a lot more people will be going to Altoona for Adventureland. And because Altoona tends to get a lot of visitors for that, and anytime because of the Des Moines outlet mall that's in Altoona, those are two major draws. What's another one? Prairie Meadows, I believe, is in Altoona as well. So you get a lot of visitors to that part of Des Moines. Well, I'm not saying this is exactly the reason why all these placards are going up all over Altoona, but it's a very smart thing to do. You may see as you drive around Altoona these orange-looking placards with a QR code, and it's very smart marketing by the city. This is for newcomers. The city says the codes will lead visitors to the city's website, and it's not like the government website. This is if you check out the QR code, I have a picture of it from their Facebook page in the show notes here, and so you can check it out. But I clicked on it as I had it on my computer, and it looks really good. It's so the visitors can see, hey, I'm in Altoona. Where's a really good place to eat? They can click on that. Where's a good place to stay? A list of hotels and, other events that are happening in the town. And so it looks really sharp. And if you're wondering, what are all these QR codes all over the place? That's what it is. The city doing a good job of promoting itself. So good job, Altoona. Now, the Waukee Warrior Trail will be closed from tomorrow through April 28th because the city is doing its enhancement project, renovations, fixing up the trail, making it look nice and pretty. So today's the day if you want to go on that trail. Otherwise, portions of it's going to be closed starting tomorrow till April 28th. So that's just over a week. Pleasant Hill is offering a rain barrel workshop for residents. That's happening this Wednesday. You can register. Every year they give away and someone wins a rain barrel setup for their home. And so that person has already won, and congratulations to them. But if you're still like, I'd like to get one, I'd like to learn all how that really will help me in my garden and blah, 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 they have a workshop in Pleasant Hill that's happening this Wednesday. And lastly, congratulations to the Iowa Wild. They're going to the Calder Playoffs, and apparently it is the second time in the team's history that they are going to the playoffs. So if you want to get some tickets, if you're able, you want to travel with the team. I don't know when their next game is, if it's home or not, but I have the link so you can find out. Go Iowa Wild. They're my favorite. Do you call it the minor leagues for hockey for the NHL? If we do, they're my favorite minor league team, and they're local. All right, let's briefly talk about some events coming up today and tomorrow. There's a genealogy basics type class for free with Kevin Spire at the West Des Moines Library. That's this evening. If you want to go see a concert, you love music, well, tonight, Monday Night Live at XBK with Jordan Jeffrey Messerol performing. Sorry, Jordan, if I said that wrong. There's also a trivia night at Confluence tonight. And then tomorrow, by the way, there's always much more happening around the Des Moines Metro than what I bring up. This is just a few. I just select like 3 that seem interesting and post it on here and talk about it here. But again, a reminder, catchdesmoines.com is a great website, a great resource to find out what's happening around the Des Moines Metro. They got a great calendar you can check up. There's also, if you're parents, DesMoinesParent.com is great. DesMoinesMom.com. Des Moines Girl is a great one as well. Just a shout out to all those websites that do a very good job of letting you, whether you're a parent or not, Des Moines, know what's happening around town. So anyway, coming up for tomorrow, if you want to go to Prairie Meadows and you don't feel like gambling, there is a Senior Tuesdays Maple Street Jazz Band performing. And then there is the Second City Swipe Right performance that is happening on Tuesday. And then there's an open house tour tomorrow at the World Food Prize Hall of Laureates downtown by the river. It's a beautiful building. It's got rich history. Used to be the original public library. I do have an interview from last year that I had with one of the representatives at the Hall of Laureates. It is a beautiful piece of history. Again, it's the original Des Moines Public Library, and they have a portion of that in the basement part of the building. But anyway, it's beautiful. It's an open house. A lot of people get married there. So if you're looking for a spot to get married and you like these beautiful historic buildings, go to the open house and you can learn more about it. And if anything, you just learned a little piece of Des Moines history. So again, that's happening tomorrow. All right, that's it from me for today. I will talk to you Wednesday. Remember, you can reach out to me at talkdsm.com. You can read articles there, see photos, contact me, follow me on social media from there. Also, all the information is in the description of this episode. Remember, community can be found in the white and yellow pages.